Hello and welcome back to all my crypto maniacs. I hope you're doing great, even though Bitcoin is dumping right now. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and some other coins. But first, before we even start, I have to put out a disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and anything I say in doing these videos is for entertainment purposes only. So please be smart and do your own research before you put any of your hard-earned money into these volatile markets. So let's just jump into Bitcoin right now, and for the past 2 days we've seen a huge dump on Bitcoin. Went all the way up from almost 59,000. It was $58,500 all the way down to $44,800. And while everyone is panicking right now, let me just tell you, don't panic. I mean, yeah, it looks incredibly scary that Bitcoin is dumping so much, but honestly, when we're looking at 4-hour or 1-hour chart, it looks incredibly scary. But let's just look at the bigger picture here, and let's look at the daily chart. And yeah, we do have two huge red candles, but honestly, is this dump really as significant? Let me just show you what I mean by that. If I just let's show all the indicators back, and here we go. If we are looking at these purple lines, we can see that Bitcoin just found some support on the trending line from this previous pattern. If we drew from these 2 points when the uptrend started, we are just finding some support here, and I just drew this purple line as a resistance up here. For Bitcoin could be forming this rising wedge, which would give Bitcoin probably enough power to pump to the upside and continue this bull rally. But again, even if we are looking at the previous dump in January, when everybody were panicking while Bitcoin was going down, this pump right now, it's not as significant as the previous one was. Let's check. The previous dump was approximately, if you're looking all the way down to here, it's 32%, 31.5 to 32%. And if we are measuring our current dump right now, we are only 23% to the downside. So we could still have some more downward trajectory for Bitcoin. However, I do believe that if we go down, our $40,000, $41,000 would be the strongest support that we have here, just because of this horizontal ray. If we put here, we have a horizontal support here, and we have some resistance, that previous resistance at this point. When we broke out of this resistance, we just went full on to the bull market again, and we climbed approximately 43% from there. So this would be our horizontal support if you're looking at price action. And if we are turning on the EMR, look at this incredibly nice support here. The lines are spread quite nicely, and as we can see, in the previous bull market we did dump all the way down to these EMAR lines before, and we even dumped down to the red line where we found support, created some nice W pattern if you're looking at a 4-hour chart, and then continue our bull rally. So Bitcoin could go down all the way to $40,000 right now, and this still wouldn't be a bear market. We would still be in a long-term bull market right now. So as long as we don't break this red line here and have a close below it, I do believe we are still in a great bull market. And if we are tracking these red lines, we can see that tomorrow probably they are gonna be corresponding with this $41 support, which would give us $41,000 support, which would give us even more stronger support as we expected before. So don't be as bearish on Bitcoin, don't panic sell like most of the people do, because they're mostly just looking at the 1 hour frame. You should be looking at the longer term frames as well, because this is gonna show us the overall direction of Bitcoin. If we put the logarithmic chart on, we can see that in the bull market, every time that Bitcoin came close to the exponential moving average ribbon, or also dipped into this ribbon, we found a huge support and we continued our bull rally from there. We had it here, here we have some more touch points here, and even dips into the exponential moving average ribbon in January. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin go down a bit more, retesting these lines and then pumping all the way up to the new all-time highs. Let's just check. Let me check the. I'm gonna just turn off the logarithmic here so we can see a bit clearer, and I'm gonna remove the exponential moving average right now just for the fun of it, and we're gonna draw some Fibonacci extensions. Just a second, I'm kind of lost here. Oh, here we go. And if we are drawing Fibonacci extensions from our previous bottom all the way up to our top, here we go. Let's see what lines up with this trend. I need to go a bit higher here. There we go. We're at the bottom to the top, and look at this. $41,000 would correspond perfectly with our 0.618 Fibonacci extension, which is incredibly important for Bitcoin. We did see a nice bounce at 0.382 Fibonacci extension. We almost touched it. We didn't go all the way down to it, but let's be honest, we are just about $400 away from it. And in $40,000 market, over $40,000 market, this is not really as important. You know, for $400 this would be about 1%, I believe. Let me see, we were 1% away from it. In the longer term, that 1% is not gonna matter to you, but yeah, we did find a nice dump all the way down to this 2.382 Fibonacci line, and then we pumped up all 13.5% to the upside because of this support. So I do believe if you go down to 0.618 Fibonacci line, which would be incredible if you ask me, this would be an incredible buying opportunity for us. We could see an AB equals CD. What would this look like? If we're measuring our previous bottom all the way to the top, and let me turn this, let's make red line so we can see it a bit clearer. It's not that clear, but okay. And if we clone this line, we can do a measurement for our 0.618 Fibonacci line and do the same measurement to the upside. So if we do if you do see a bounce off of this line, which I do believe we will if you go all the way down there, it could happen that we don't even reach this line because markets are extremely bullish. However, if we do and we confirm this as a support, my next price target would be at $69,000, almost $70,000, and this, ladies and gentlemen, would be 73% to the upside. This would be a great potential trade. And if I would be making a trade there, because I probably will, let's be honest, if we go all the way down here, I would be buying at this green line, because let's measure this for fun. Is this gonna be approximately 1%? It is. So yeah, we could see the same bounce as we did here, just above our 0.618 Fibonacci extension. So if we are buying at our $41,000 level, let's say 41,000, our target would be all the way up here, which would be 70% to the upside if you're measuring from $41,000. And this would be, if we put stop limit below 0.786, this would be 15% loss and 70% profits, which would be, let me check, it's 4.6 profit to 4.6 profit to loss ratio, which is incredible. So yeah, I would be putting my stop loss down here. Of course, this is not gonna be a leverage trade. We could do a leverage trade, but if you are doing a leverage trade, your stop loss should be way higher. I would be putting my stop loss around, it's hard to say that, I would be looking this as a support. So let's say 7%. If you are doing a 5x leverage, you would be risking 35% of your trade here, while your potential profit would be 700%, and this would be, I mean, sorry, 350% because we are on 5x leverage. So risk to reward ratio would be 9.78. So look, keep an eye on that, and I guarantee you're gonna do great if you do find some support here. So this is gonna be Bitcoin, and right now I'm gonna do some rough analysis, some quick analysis on the 4 coins that were mentioned in the previous comment, because I do want to answer all of my comments and do the research on the coins they are interested in. So let me just remove drawings here. I'm gonna put it on the logarithmic chart, and I'm gonna do a bit long-term analysis, because honestly, if you're looking at a 1 hour, 4 hour chart, I would have to do a technical analysis for these coins every few days. So I'm gonna go at the daily right now, and let me check. Okay, so we did have a nice rebound. So we're gonna be looking at AAV, I don't know how that's pronounced, against US dollars right now. This is one of the coins that were requested in the previous video. So if let me just look at the weekly first to see if there are any significant candle closes or anything here. Let's put some support here, which is previous resistance. We would have some support around here, and I'm not gonna be looking any lower than that. Let me just put Fibonacci lines here to see how we are doing right now, and this is a bit too far. Let's check from down here to all the way up here, and our 0.618 Fibonacci extension would be somewhere around here. I'm gonna put a line here, and we're gonna look at the daily, how this corresponds with any of our levels. Then I'm gonna remove this. Let me see, I'm gonna remove this, and let's go to the daily to see how we are doing right now. As you can see, our weekly and daily supports were respected nicely down here. We do have a little bit of support here, but it's not really seen on the price action. I would be looking at something like this more likely, but it's really hard to find some support and resistances at these levels, because the coin just pumped crazy already. I mean, look at this pump. Since we're looking for the past few months, if you're looking for September all the way up, it pumped. Holy shit. I'm not even gonna name the what is this, 202,000% from September 2019. In the past year, just over a year, it pumped 202,000%. I mean, if you guys are looking to invest in this coin, you should be doing it down here. This was a great buying opportunity. I wouldn't be buying right now, honestly, because of overall look at this coin. We are just going parabolic right now. If you do want to trade, I would be looking at some support, something like this, where I'll be looking at this. This could be our support. If we go all the way down here, we could be buying in and hoping we see a bounce, but honestly, overall, it's extremely risky to buy into markets right now. And if we're putting this support to the upside, I would be looking at somewhere around $91. If not, I wouldn't be bothering with this coin very much, because we did see a huge bump to the upside, so a huge correction could be coming our way. If you are holding this coin, just be careful not to hold it for too long, because you could have all of your gains wiped out. Now let's look at the DOT, and right now we are finding, as you can see, some support on these lines. However, we did wick below it, but the only thing that matters is candle close. So if you see a close above here, we're still holding this rising support here, but if you do close below this line, I would be looking at the downtrend for this coin. These are some of the resistances, supports that I already draw here for you. We can see that yesterday we hit this support at $30 quite nicely. We saw a nice bounce off of it, then we saw a nice dump all the way down to $25.9, now another bounce off of it, and these are huge bumps to the upside. Don't get me wrong, this is like 25% to the upside, and yesterday's was about another 25%. So if we do see a dump all the way down to $21.7, this could be a great buying opportunity, but I wouldn't be holding it for way too long. I probably would be selling at our previous support, which turns into resistance, which is 18% pump. But if you want to see to do as it did before, we will be looking at 25% to the upside. So again, this is another coin that pumped crazy, and honestly I can't do much technical analysis on this. There's just no history, there's no price action, there's nothing, so I do apologize, but I can't do much more than that. We can also look at something like this. If we are seeing, let me just draw the bottom line first. Oh, I am on a logarithmic, I forgot about that. Yeah, let's draw it something like this, even though I would be drawing from the candle body candles. Oh, this is so it's not easy to do technical analysis, something like that. It's just pumping way too hard, and there's no price history for me to know what happened before. But let's draw something like this, and we would have a nice rising wedge. If we break to the downside, we're gonna go to our previous resistance right here. If we break to the upside, I mean, there's not much I can tell you for DOD, honestly. Link is has a little more history, but again, I mean, look at this. It pumped like crazy. We did see a few these consolidation patterns here. If we draw another horizontal line right here, we would have these two channels where we traded between and then pump to the upside, and right now we are testing our previous resistance, our previous all-time high as a support here. If we do hold this line, I wouldn't be surprised to see Link go even higher. I mean, Link is overall a really good coin, so if you are holding this coin, I wouldn't be just selling it just yet, because I do believe there is much more potential in Chainlink. The last coin we've been looking at is ENJ, and ENJ is right now just broke. Oh, it just broke its previous all-time high, and we are trying to find some support here. Let's look at the weekly for this coin first to see some stronger supports. And yeah, I would be drawing a line here, another line probably somewhere around, yeah, this should be a box here. Let me just draw a box here. If we are looking at, I would be looking at something like so. This would be my next support, and there's not much of resistance in the upper side. If we do break our all-time high, I do believe it's gonna go higher. I don't know much about this coin. I only know of these three, I only know about Chainlink. I trade it and I'm holding Chainlink for a long time. I've been buying Chainlink below $5 and I'm still holding it, so I do believe that coin is a great potential for profit. However, the other three coins, I don't know much about it. I mean, yeah, if you bought in AAV or DOT, or even ANJ within the last year, you would be doing great. Honestly, you would be doing great. And if we are looking at this NG coin right now, it doesn't seem like it has its biggest pump yet. I mean, we've seen a pump to the upside, a nice consolidation, then another pump, then a consolidation, and right now we are trying to break to the upside. We broke our most important resistance here, and if we do break our all-time high with a candle close, I mean, we already have, but if we do see a nice support here, this could be a great potential coin right now. I don't know what its technology is, but if you would be buying coins to hold them for a little bit more longer period, you want to risk some of your capital, do some research on this coin, and this would be the most potential coin to buy, honestly, if you're just looking at the price action, because it didn't have that insane parabolic run to the upside like other coins did. Yeah, this is a huge bump. It went up 300% here, but looking at this history price range, we're still trading in the same price range. If you just draw a box from here, we can draw it all the way to here, let's say like this. I mean, we're still trading within this planet here, and if we break to the upside, this could be a great trade. Honestly, this is the most promising coin so far off of these four. But again, if we are investing bigger amounts of your money, I would suggest that you invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, because those are the most not stable coins, but the most promising coins. They have the most history and the biggest market cap. But if you want to risk a little bit of your capital, you can put it in some of these coins. And off of these four, I would be suggesting that ENJ and Link should be your priority, because AV and DOT just have such a huge parabolic runs that they have to dump sometime. They're not gonna be pumping forever, and once they start dumping, they're gonna be dumping hard. So this is gonna be it for today. I hope you have some of the answers. If you want me to do some bigger, deep technical analysis on any coins with price history, because I can't do much on DOT, honestly, and on AV right now, leave it in the comments below. If you want me to do some research on any of these coins, what its technology is, what its meaning is, yeah, I can do some technical analysis on that. Hopefully I answered some of your questions. If you do like my videos, please click subscribe and notification button to be notified as soon as I post my next video. See you guys next time.